Right. Hey, greetings in the name of His and Her Imperial Majesty Emperor Haile Selassie I, Empress Razero Menin. Yes, family, one perfect balance. Welcome to another episode of Politically Incorrect. Can't say correct. We ain't even there yet. I was just reading this thing here. I can't wait to share this with you. But anyhow, we get it correct usually. If you don't get it correct, inbox me, message me, say, send a message, call the number, send an email, and we're going to look into it. Just saying. Let me put this on vibrate. Otherwise, it's going to just be going off. All right. I was just reading this thing here, man, and I don't even know if you are ready for this, man. What would they think of next? This is unbelievable. Desto, I see you. Angel, I see you. And of course, Miss Lane from down the lane. Greetings. Give thanks for coming in. Yeah, man. Tell a friend. What will they think of next? I didn't really had time to put up a whole lot of notifications, so I had to hit the ground running. So you're going to really got to tell a friend to tell a friend. I'm not even sure if people are aware that I'm up. If they come, you'll know they come. But yeah, it's that kind of time. It's another beautiful Friday night, Sabbath night for those observing the holiday. Shabbat Shalom to my brothers and sisters of the Israelite Hebrew faith. Assalamu alaikum to the Islamic community. Hotep, Ashe, Conscious Family, Namaste, Krishna. Yes, Guru Nanik, Sak City Akal. And without question, though, the Rasta brethren and sister, and I go already, Rastafari, to everybody else, love and light. You know what I mean? But tonight, y'all ain't gonna believe this, man. And there's some stuff, there's some laundry we gotta do tonight. Some at-home laundry we gotta deal with. Maria, I see you. You're interesting even more. I'm getting a better understanding of how you think. And Telma, we're just talking about you yesterday. Give thanks to my NY family, all the family in NYC, you know what I mean? Boston as well, ATL, as well as Miami, and all the ones in Canada, Montreal, T-Dot, and all the way in Vancouver, to my knowledge this far. We global family. Who would ever believe that, right? Politically incorrect and going viral. It's crazy. All the family in Africa, for sure, down south, Zimbabwe as well. Crazy. I can't even believe this, man. Is Ethiopia. But I got to do some laundry tonight, family. This is a bit embarrassing, but I got to have to do it. Just going to have to do it. In the meantime, Jackie, I see you. Yeah, I love you too, Telma. It's all good, man. It's all good, man. All people is all people. You know who they be. Oh man, I don't even want to say this, man, but I'm gonna have to put it up. I gonna put it up. This is embarrassing. And they ain't gonna like this one, man. They might even ban me for this. I don't know. I just want to get some things clear though, so that nobody don't misunderstand my position. Let me go ahead. Matter of fact, let me just drop a tune. Somebody was telling me, man, that I shouldn't have played that song the other night with Taurus Riley. But come on, man. I think right now, family, man, I think people are getting very emotional. Yeah, very emotional, man. And, man, what I want to play, I don't even know if I can play that. Let me switch it because I don't want YouTube to shut off the vibes, because sometimes they do that. And Facebook sometimes use an excuse to shut it down. You know what I mean? I could show a video of somebody getting murdered, and that's all right. I play a song, and it'd be a problem. It'd be a problem, man. So we don't want them. So I'm gonna try a little sizzler right here. I'm gonna drop a little sizzler and see what happens, man, on this beautiful night. Don't blame me, man. Tell a friend to tell a friend. Politically incorrect. We live in the building. What's going on with the children at school, man? All these fights. What's really going on, family? I'm gonna tell you in a second what's going on, man. I and I create this problem. Yours all war and for the sake of the children, cheese on bread. For the sake of the children, the war would end. For the sake of the children, the war would end. But they don't have the children in mind at all. I'm gonna prove it to you. I'm gonna prove it to you. They don't care nothing about our youth, man. Ja.
Just make them secure. Run no time to pretend. Desire like create these problems, and if your heart is yours, how this world would end. For the sake of the children, make the children secure. Run no time to pretend. Desire like create the problems, and if your heart is yours, how this world would end. For the sake of the children, tell them refrain from the negative. Life is for all, and yet the friend will
Chosen and anointed. See you. Monica. Shalom, shalom. Aaron, I see you. Some get it, some get it. A devil them a worship. Jeez on. A devil them a worship here. I see it, man. A devil them a worship, man. For the sake of the children. Cheese on bread. For the sake of the children. Nah, I think they shut down my thing here. All right. All right. Yes, family. Bertram had you in mind all morning, brethren. Rastafari. Miss Edwards, I see you. I'm glad you come on, Lisa. Don't go too far. Don't go too far, Lisa. War would have end. The war would have end. For the sake of the children, for the sake of the children, this thing would have been finished. But the problem is, nobody ain't checking for the children. David, I see you, brother. Shalom, shalom. Shabbat shalom to you too, my brother. Yeah, though. I mean, jeez. I just hit the ground running tonight. I didn't even do no, we just hit the ground running. We ain't even did no promo, no nothing of the such. Let me tuck up the crown really and thing, so that look a little. Yeah. But yo, I trust and sincerely, hope that everybody had a beautiful and powerful week, a strong week, and looking forward to the next couple of days to recharge and uplift oneself. I don't even know how to put this up now. I'll put this up later, man. But yeah, what's on your mind, family? What's on your mind? Remember I tell y'all you can't make this up? I need to do a series that's called You Can't Make This Up. You can't make this up. You know what I'm saying? This week in the newspaper, and especially Barbados Today, and I got the article because someone sent it to me. I won't even want to show the fights. I got about maybe 8 videos right now of school children in the last couple of weeks with all kind of fights from the bus terminal to the bandstand at school. I mean, all over streets, alleys, all over. I got not only those, I got some from overseas and all other school children. And it's like the children completely out of order. I mean, out to all. I even got one video. Do I have that? I ain't gonna play it. I ain't gonna play it. I even got one video with a young lady pulling out and brandishing a gun to another student's head at school. And I mean, the reaction of the student after the young lady with the gun walked off, obviously at that point not discharging the weapon, I mean, you could see that her whole life was paused. Like she just paused because like she came back to herself like, wait, that just happen? Like, oh my God. Yeah. That's how serious all used to getting, you know. And I wouldn't, like I said, even just looking at, and the thing is, this is two young ladies, not a young man. This is two young ladies at school, and one is holding a gun straight to the head of another one, like, go and say something, just move, do something. And I've done it right here, right now. And it's like, and everybody's on looking on, like, wait, what? This is where we at. This is where we at. Now, it's not in Barbados, brother. It's not in Barbados, but the way this thing going, man, there's no telling how this going to unfold. I remember when the elder night was in St. Kitts, and we were talking yesterday about doing this program next week. So we're gonna put that together for next week. If not Wednesday, Friday, most likely Wednesday though. And we were in one of the schools, and we were asking the students, you know, what you want to do when you get older, what you want to be. And one young man, I'll never forget him, said, I just want to be alive, man, till tomorrow. You talking about what you want to be in the next few years. I just want to be alive till tomorrow. Because while we were in class with some of these youths had guns in class. Like, you know, this was a norm. This was a norm. This wasn't, you know, this was a norm. And so, you know, we gotta respect the youths, man. They've been wound up and set loose, and they targeted each other. And between the music and the culture and the system and everything else, it leads them in that direction. So this is what we gotta really pay attention to. But this week in Barbados, specifically, an article came out in the newspaper about a young man here in Barbados, and if I'm not mistaken, he's in his early 20s, I think maybe 22, 23 or 24, and he's had a few run-ins with what we call the law. But the reality is, the system has been violating him for years. Even stemming back from another incident where he was violently assaulted by a security guard. This is while he was in school, violently assaulted by a security guard, and to the point where he needed surgery. I understand a security guard assaulted this young man violently to the point where he needed surgery to help get himself back together, and never got no compensation. The guard got promoted or whatever. It's like no big deal. And since then, you know, he couldn't finish up, couldn't deal with school because he had to miss school for such a long time. And, you know, how the youths end up on these streets and the blocks, whatever the culture be, just trying to survive. Anyhow, long story short, he got himself caught up with a situation where they were looking to arrest his mom. So in an effort to save his mom, he pleaded guilty. Well, he took, according to the story, possession of something that wasn't his and claim it was his in an effort to save his mom, which is, I mean, I admire that. Not too many of these youths may even want to do that. I don't know. The way they tell nowadays is ridiculous. But nevertheless, this young man stood up. But looking at some court documents and looking at this situation, I come to realize that this young man was hoodwinked and railroaded and bamboozled for real. And I don't even want to even start about the lawyer and how the lawyer failed him because he ain't spending enough money. You know that go. Not that I can't help you, but, you know, you got to pay like you weigh. But at this level, you know, it's like, nah, though. Yeah, I remember a young man I told you all about that allegedly was growing some vegetable matter, like what they call it, vegetable matter. Well, if it's vegetable matter, what are you getting charged for if it's a vegetable? You call it vegetable matter. If it's vegetable matter, is it an illegal vegetable? Anyhow, so they charge this young man for growing the copper plants, all right? Of course, they put all the plants on the scales, stems, roots, everything. So it sounds like a lot. But the reality is, ain't a whole lot of nothing. Ain't a lot of nothing. In a get rich, build a house and be the boss kind of nothing. You just trying to survive and pay a few bills and take care of responsibilities. No different than the white man that growing it down the road down there and got it all fenced in with gabbing of fence and police, moonlighting and all kind of security and all kind of other stuff. But hey, he don't have the license to pay for it. Now, watch the science of this. A medicinal cannabis license is about, maybe I think it's 20,000, 25,000, 30,000. Depends on the amount. It depends on how expansive you want your operation to be. It varies. Rather than give this young man who clearly has a green thumb for growing this stuff, if indeed he is guilty of such, according to what they're telling you, it would be easier to just give him a license. But no, what the court does, this is what the court does. The court, after having found some vegetable matter, and also finding a caliber weapon, according to the report in the paper and whatnot. They separate the cases. They separate the cases. The vegetable case they separate from the 25 caliber pistol that they found with a couple shots. Okay, they separate the two separate cases, which is funny because they found them at the same time. Anyhow, we won't get to that yet. But if it couldn't get any worse, for the vegetable matter, he has to pay a court ransom. And yes, I say ransom because it could only be a ransom of roughly around $40,000. Now, wait a minute. Hold on. A license is about 20 grand for cannabis, to grow cannabis. I grow a couple plants and the court going to charge me a young man. Like I said, about 24 years old, a ransom about 40,000. Failing to pay this 40 grand to the court, you going to prison. For how many years? Extortion at its best. Check this out. Young man, 24 years old, that been a victim of the system. Been violated in more ways than one. Clearly doesn't understand what he's getting himself into by pleading and doing certain things. The representation was not there. His rights, I'm sure, were violated. I'm almost positive of that. Nevertheless, he's encouraged by the court and threatened by the courts. If you waste the court time, we're going to give you more time. Now, wait a minute. Is that not a threat by the justice system? That if you do not take this plea that we're giving you, we're going to find you guilty and give you more time? Is that not somehow some sort of, help me here, somebody, coercion? Badgering? I mean, come on, man. Or is it me? This is the justice system. Well, sorry. This is the criminal justice system, not Barbados justice system, the criminal justice system. Then what do we expect? So this particular magistrate, because he could not possibly be no judge. Judges are righteous. So this cat is no judge, no real judge anyhow, probably a magistrate, whatever that's supposed to be, or whatever they call it. So he finds this young man guilty. It encourages your man to plead guilty and take this gift we offering you of $40,000 to pay to the court by a certain time or else. All right, so the young man is working his best trying to figure out how you're going to make this happen, because if he had this kind of money, he would have a license probably and be doing it legitimately, making money to sustain himself and his community and be a taxpayer and all this good stuff and benefit the country. But no, they're going to hold him ransom at 24, 23 or 24 years old or 22 years old, $40,000. Where he going to get that from? My honor. My honor. Talking to you. Where you going to get that from, man? Where you going to get that from? But wait, there's more. As if this possibly couldn't get any worse. This young man appeared before Justice Caroline Graves in No. 3 Supreme Court and pleaded guilty to having a 25 semi-automatic pistol and 9 rounds of ammunition on May 26, 2017. The plea was accepted by senior state counsel Neville Watson, who is the prosecutor in the matter. Which is funny. Neville Watson. State Counsel Neville Watson. I want to bet you, right, that this State Counsel Neville Watson is a police officer. I want to bet you that this senior State Counsel Neville Watson, who is the prosecutor in this matter, is probably moonlighting also on behalf. Let me, I can't even Google this name right now. I bet, who is this Neville Watson? If he is a police officer portraying to be a prosecutor, which means that he had to be a part of the Bar Association to be practicing law. If he's practicing law in Barbados, he has to be a member of the Bar Association. If not, it is considered fraud to be practicing law in Barbados and not be a member of the bar. How can a prosecutor practice law and not be a member of the bar? Worse yet, moonlighting in a police uniform as prosecutor on behalf of prosecutor. Come on, man. Somebody talk to me, man. Talk to me. I can't talk to me. Talk to me. Neville Watson. Who is this Neville Watson? I'll look that up. A pre-sentence report has been ordered along with a report on the time Armstrong spent on remand in relation to the offense and the record of any antecedents he may have. Okay. Well, it's been brought to my attention that on a separate charge now, which is the 25 automatic, notwithstanding the fact that he's been given a ransom of 40,000 already, they're now requesting from him an additional $25,000 lest he go to prison on this other incident. So 40 and 25 is a total of $65,000. They're holding ransom for this young man's freedom. Or we going to kidnap him. What will they think of next, man? My question is this, my honor. When you gave this young man, who apparently, according to you, is in front of you because of weapons possession, all these other nefarious looking things, I guess y'all make him out to be a criminal. When you told this young man that he has a certain amount of time to bring this amount of money in, where did you think he was going to get it from? Out of pure curiosity, I am excited about this right now. I would love to hear your reasoning behind not just giving him that ransom, but where you think he was going to get it from? You figured that behind door number 1, he was going to buy a lottery ticket with the bus fare to get back home from court because he's not working. He was going to just buy a lottery ticket with the bus fare, walk home, watch the news, watch the pre-news or whatever before the news, watch the lottery play, hopefully win of that one ticket, then come and pay you? Or did you suspect door number 2, where he would go home, probably have the family mortgage the house and whatever reliable assets that they had left back, that they had not pawned already because the first ransom, remember the 40,000? Yeah. Whatever they had left on the second occasion, would you think then that he was going, I mean, what was the logic? Hold on, man. Let me switch this because I'm having a little feed forward here. Yeah. Let me see what's going on here, man. I want to be able to, see this clearly. Let me see these comments coming up because that's what I want to know. So they was going to try to refinance the house, the mansion they lived in, because they would have had to done that for the 40 grand before, right? You know, that's how that would have went down. Or door number 3, perhaps wait outside some politician house with a ski mask on. You know the politicians laundering money and can way corrupt, so they can't put it in the bank. So you know they got it at the house. I mean, you know they got it home. So you suspect he was going to throw on a ski mask and just run up in a politician home, or worse yet, a judge that might be corrupt. That definitely got a little 25 grand in the house, knocking about on the cushion in the fridge or the back of the painting on the wall. What you thought he was going to do, like what in your mind, what you felt he was going to do? Pick door number 1, 2, or 3, or better yet, hold on, I got one more. He was going to kidnap a tourist and hold him for ransom, the same way you want to hold him for ransom. Like, how you figure this young man was going to get $25,000 in another couple of weeks? Like, so it's almost like a trap then. You want to get the money and go to jail, or go do something desperate and go to jail. Like, I don't even know if I want to send them more on that, because the direction I gonna go with jump people, man. I don't get it. My honor, I would like to know who's Neville what. Somebody Google that name and let me know who this guy is, man. Prosecutor Neville. Who is this cat? Who is this cat? I bet he's a Neville Watson. I bet he's a senior state counsel in Barbados, Neville Watson. Somebody Google that name for me, man. Let me see who this is, man. Who is prosecutor in the matter? Who is this prosecutor? Because if this prosecutor is a man in a police uniform, standing in the position of the prosecutor, moonlighting as the prosecutor in police uniform, it means that he's not a member of the Bar Association, in which case, is it not illegal according to the Constitution of Barbados to practice law in Barbados without being a member of the Bar Association? Would that not classify then as fraud? And if he's practicing fraud, does he have an oath of office? Has he been given an oath of office, a letter of acceptance to that same post? He can possibly have it. After all, he's a police officer pretending to be prosecutor to manipulate people in a uniform. Man, look, it is my role to expose the fraud in the court. I mean, anybody that know the court know that it's a fraud. So I don't have to expose that. It's just a reality. I ain't got to tell you the pen is a fake. Look, because of the ink here, whatever. It's a fake, is a fake. Criminal justice system. It says it on the door. What I don't get is when you gave this young man this bounty on his head, how you thought he was going to clear that ransom, though? Like, can't make this stuff up, man. And I think it's such Boris is going to explore this to other nations with corruption, where corruption is high. Yeah, well, that's a reality. You know, the problem is the children are wired to self-destruct and destroy each other. Like I watched the youths this evening in town, and I'm seeing the energy, a lot of anger. Where this anger coming from? Where is this level? Where is this anger coming from? Where is it coming from? You know, I definitely want to thank those that stay tuned in and support the platform, man. And I'm getting calls from all over, especially one I got from the sister in Canada today as well. I give thanks. That's all we could say. We here at Politically Incorrect. And you see me, but there's a whole host of people behind the scene, those involved in the FADE initiative as well. And there's some folks who get it long term, who get it short term, who don't get it, who want to get it, who may never get it. The point is, we got to focus on where we at. We look around us, we see the youths literally going out of hand. You see the elderly not being respected, not being taken advantage of in some cases. A brother called me today and explained to me how the system is trying to steal his grandmother's, his grandfather's, his father's house, I think he said, from him and his family, using a power of attorney and some fake documents and a bunch of other stuff. And I'm like, well, ridiculous, man. And this is involving another magistrate who, by the way, allegedly is deliberately doing this to get back at him and his family for some past deed or whatever, personal matter. It's ridiculous, man. But I always tell the people, man, this is going to keep happening because we allow it to happen. When a magistrate can sentence a young man and give him $40,000 on one case to pay by a certain time and $25,000 on another case, which both the cases were the same time. I don't know why they didn't amalgamate both those cases. Why did the lawyer not? Let me show how corrupt this thing is. Even the lawyers, man. I ain't going to soon start calling names, though. Pull up Alex Mitchell. Y'all going to have to sue me. Y'all going to have to sue me. Which then you're going to expose yourself, because I'm just asking you a simple question. Why you, as an attorney in this matter with this young man, why did you not amalgamate both charges? Why did you allow them to separate them, the two, as two separate matters when they all happen on the same day? Why did you do that? And then have one in lower court and one in high court? Why? Why did the attorney allow that to happen? Why did the attorney not even fight for that? So now he got to pay 40 grand and 25 grand, right? Door number 5, you look for a lawyer, But then they say, I encourage and exciting. How about this? He got a job at Shafet, and maybe in the next couple of weeks, he can earn enough money to pay the ransom. How that sound? My question is, where, my honor, do you think he's going to come up with the money? Unless you know for a fact he can't come up with it, but you try to make it look like you gave him a chance, but you really want to lock him up in prison. That could be the setup too. Shalom, shalom, Israel, Isis, Ra, and El. Israel. That's another conversation. Not too many people ready for that level of reasoning yet. Children of Israel, part of the Trinity, triune God. Not necessarily one and three persons or whatever else is called it. It did that kind of energy. Nevertheless, children of the Most High, that could work. This young man, I don't know, man. This thing got me real. I got a few lawyers on here, although a few of them delete themselves. I understand why, though. And I am vexed with y'all, man, because, I know me. It's crazy as it is, right? But I just want to say, lawyer did not buy, lawyer's not one blind cent he ain't getting from me. That is wicked. Well, Talma, I ain't going front, man. I mean, like I said, the lawyer, and the worst part, right? Man, I don't even want to even say that part. Because I went to the lawyer office myself and left a message trying to, get involved to see how we could reason this thing from a legal and a lawful standpoint. And I never got no return calls, man. And I hate to even say this because I know the sister in to some degree. I don't know. I know of her. I really don't know her. I know of her. They see respectfully speak, but I ain't really feeling what you did and how you handled this there, though. And I definitely plan on coming to your office again and seeing you. I hope somebody tell you that, because I definitely plan on coming. And I'd like to explain for you, why did you not amalgamate this young man's cases from the inception? Was it a money thing? You could have said that. Could have seen what could have happened. Make it clear to the family, if they ain't paying me, I ain't doing nothing. So when they got on the early, it got bills like anybody else. If it was that you were getting on the case as a pro bono, not pro bono, let me phrase it, as a legal aid way, the government pay you. I don't know what happened. The point is, I got a few questions I want to ask you, though, on behalf of the family. I don't know. Like, why you ain't show up in court the last two court dates and left him to be there facing this whole environment ignorant on his own, where you got to go to law school and study this thing for at least 4 years, 3 years, or whatever, your internship, to be even, and then accepted into the bar to be able to represent anyone in court. You expect this young man to present himself, not having no knowledge, but ignorant of this whole thing. Although ignorance of the law is no excuse, we're not offering an excuse. The issue here is that he was literally railroaded. And the judge gave him $25,000 to pay in a couple of weeks. What are you supposed to do? Snatch up a politician? They got to sit down again, because they got the money at home. They got to keep saying it because it's a reality. When they ain't going to stop playing these games till they get serious. You got countries like Colombia and Mexico, where the streets run the program, though. Ministers and politicians and lawyers be... When a real... I remember when the previous Attorney General, Mr. Braffett, like I say this because I was there, isn't a hearsay, when he said to myself and the delegation that was here from Trinidad, although he initially didn't want to meet with BIAP, but when he heard that we had brought a delegation with United States Embassy, he was not busy anymore. Nevertheless, he said, and I quote, "I like it here in Barbados the way it is, because as a politician, as a minister, I could get in my truck and drive to the corner shop and have a drink with the fellas as me and laugh and joke. In Trinidad, you can't do that. You need bodyguards, security, and all kind of detail, because if the people catch you at all, it's a problem. Why? Because you know why. I ain't going to tell you why. You know why, Mr. Minister. When it's comfortable in Barbados, though, I need to start importing some Trinidadians. Rasta City. Big up to all my Trinidadian family, though, and the Empress in Trinidad. You know who you are, man. Might got to bring a few of y'all indigenous folks over here, because I don't think Barbadians really understand this thing. Seriously. But yeah, I want to know exactly who is this particular Neville Watson, the senior state counsel. Who is the prosecutor in the matter? I want to know who this man is. Is he a police constable? And if so, how is it possible that a police constable who has not studied law, who is not a member of the Bar Association, is allowed to go into court and practice law in front of a magistrate, in front of an attorney, in front of the clerk, in front of the ushers, who also moonlight in police uniforms to give more intimidation, have not been arrested for doing so? Because I couldn't go into court and pretend to be no lawyer. Well, I couldn't pretend to be a lawyer because I don't practice law. I perfect law, so it'd be a different conversation. My point is, how is that possible, and how is it lawful? And where, because it is illegal. It is illegal according to the Constitution. How is it possible that he can do that? Spilling the beans, man. Anyhow, I'll leave that one there for now. For now, let me catch my breath, family. Let me catch my breath. So we have a situation in UK right now going on. I don't know if y'all are aware of this, where the money, let me pull this down here so y'all can see this thing. Wait, hold up. Let me put this here first of all. I know, can y'all see this real quick? Let me put it on the side for a minute. Can y'all see this? If y'all can see this, give me some feed forward, man. This from the Bloomberg website, by the way. This is BNN Bloomberg. This is big time thing here. This is a joke thing. Pay attention. If y'all can see this, give me some feed forward, man. Give me some feed forward. You can see this. This is critical. This is very important. I'll give you another tip here, man. This is June the 22nd, 2022. Peep the numbers, man. Peep the numbers. Check this out. Can y'all see this? Give me some feed forward. Give me some feed forward. Y'all can see this. Can y'all see this? Okay. Night all. Jackie Stewart, big up to the family all the way in UK as well. I forgot to mention UK in the building. Yes, I see you. Yes, Jackie. Sorry you coming in so late. You would have loved that segment just now for sure about the magistrate and the court and the criminals that they're being. On a serious note. Zoom in closer. All right, I just check in. Let me go a little closer then. Here we're going on. Let me just enlarge this. Let me go ahead and all right. So UK gives 100 days to spend the last, guess what? 14.5 billion of paper bank notes. Can somebody fathom that for me? You understand what that means? Do y'all even get what that means? Hold on a minute. Do you get what that means? Or y'all ain't listening, pay attention. These Palomar new notes. Now remember, Barbados said they're going to get some of these new bank notes as well with the plastic Palomar, the big fancy name, same crap, but just make it sound fancy. Now, what's wrong with the old ones? These ones are more secure. Everything comes out now is more secure, which is funny because it was more secure before the next one that is now more secure. But anyhow, we ain't going to split hairs. But this is interesting because why you think, now get this. The Bank of England said people holding 14.5 billion pounds in old paper banknotes have just 100 days to spend or deposit the money before it becomes what? Before it becomes what? Before it becomes what? I need some feed forward, family. Before it becomes what? Worth less. I mean worth less. Well, it ain't gonna worth more. It gonna worth less. They didn't say it gonna worth nothing. They say it becomes worth less. That's deep. You gotta read that carefully. Y'all read that again, man. Old money is becoming obsolete. Obsolete. So the reason why it's gonna be worth less is, check this out, because these new notes, which are the polymer notes, technology and all this fancy stuff, and they go hard. Actually, let me show how deep this go. They go as far as telling you. Now check this out. The majority. Let me go back up here a minute. The UK central bank said about 477 million of British last remaining banknotes printed on paper remained in the hands of the public, but will cease to be legal tender after September the 30th. Now here, you see, it'll be worth less. But look right here, the clue. It will cease to be legal tender. Y'all gotta pay attention to this, man. It will cease to be legal tender. Why? Because it's really not money, but that's a different conversation. The point I want to make is they even know exactly how many $50 notes, how many $20 notes. 8.2 billion 50s and 6.3 billion 20s are the only unaccounted money in the British Central Bank. They know where all their money located, families. My first point. They know where every dollar is. And right now we missing 8.2 billion $50 bills. And we missing 6.3 billion $20 bills. That's what we're missing, give or take. Now, wait a minute. The Bank of England. Now, wait a minute. Since they know so much, and these notes will cease to be legal tender, then what's the point of doing so? I mean, it was good just a week ago. up until September the 29th, it's going to still be lawful. As a matter of fact, to September the 30th, it's going to be good. But you see, October the 1st, you can might as well light the stove with that because it don't worth nothing. Unless somebody want to buy it as a relic, which is possible. Because if the bank got all the rest and you got a few, it might have a value of more down the line. I'm just saying, you need to study that because some folks collect these kind of things. I don't know, but some people are interested in that. The point I want to make is this, though, that while all this is going on, right, keep in mind one thing. Imagine if you're a politician and you done stole X amount of money, or you into narcotics or whatever lifestyle you live in that's illegal according to the law, and you got a bunch of money home stashed in your vaults and safe for this kind of stuff. You gotta do something quick though. Because if you got this money stashed in bricks in the wall, millions of dollars to the point where you have billions of dollars stashed, how you gonna launder that in 3 months, man? In other words, they're telling you you're gonna have to launder that in 3 months, or we can't help you. That's what that's basically telling you. You got to get that money washed quick. Otherwise, all that money you have ain't gonna be worth nothing. We now got back our controlling rights with this reset. We taking charge of all the economics again. So although you got money stashed and that's old money, guess what? That ain't gonna be no use to you if you don't get it in this bank by a certain time. When you bring it in the bank, you're gonna be able to verify how it's getting in this bank. So how do you hide that kind of money? You call the laundryman. Yo, folks in England right now are going to be scrambling. But wait, there's more. You already remember that Barbados said they're bringing these same Palomar notes in Barbados as well? You remember that? They said they're going to bring it in the end of the year, I think December or something like that. Don't be surprised if Barbados tell you as well that, yo, you got until April 1st to get rid of them old notes, or else it's going to be worth less. No longer legal tender. So all the man on the block, all the men's and the ends, all the politicians that got the thing stashed under the mother mattress and in the fridge, and all the other things that has got it stashed and they won't even go to name them. Man, we better pay attention, yeah. That's all they got to tell when I right now. In my best vernacular possible. When I better pay attention. Remember, a snake always looks like it's smiling. Cha. Serious. Shut down the little man and control the masses is a fact. Nothing on about these people. Conspiracy theories become fact. Shaking my head. Listen, there's a book called Behold the Pure Horse. I don't know we got that too far because it can't be too far. It might be. I don't know. It can't be. Is it? No, it can't be too far, man. Put it on the bookshelf. I think so. Might be outside on the bookshelf. Yeah, it might be on the bookshelf. Book called Behold the Pale Horse. Let me tell you all something, right? I was in a chat earlier when someone was talking about this book. If you ain't never read that book, don't talk on it. Matter of fact, if you ain't never, I got a PDF like I told folks who into this WhatsApp the number for this particular. Well, look, let me post the number. If you want the book as a copy, a PDF, just WhatsApp the number you see on the screen, and I'll send you a copy gladly. If you ain't never thumbed through this book, if you never seen this book, never read a page in this book, don't speak on this book. I'm telling you right now, man, you have no idea. And the thing is, this was already spoken about back in 1970 something. And at that time, of course, it sounded like foolishness. In the 80s and the 90s, absolute garbage. What the hell is you talking about? Everything that's happening now is written in that book, man. The gospel according to the pale horse. Look in the Bible and find out who is the pale horse. So you see, we don't correlate things. Behold the pale horse and its rider. The book talks about behold the pale horse. I'm not saying that, it has all the answers. I'm saying that it is an eye-opener. It's been an eye-opener. And we can never say that we were never told. I used to think that I had to wake up everybody by telling people all this stuff. I used to honestly think that was my job to wake people up. And I come to realize everyone have their own alarm clock set. and folks will get up when they are pointed to, not before, not after. And you can keep screaming all you like. And a story like Moses is what gave me this. Sorry, Noah and the ark. The man screamed every day for 120 years, and nobody still ain't listen to this man. What I tell you, it's not your job to wake nobody up. Just do what the divine law inspire you to do, and just be proud of that. Just do that. Whether one person here or a million people. Look, the sister today told me her people that respond. Look, man, that voice note. I might share that in the group. I got a voice note today, man, that touched me. But not touched me like touched me, but it was inspiring. It was inspiring. You never know who watching, you never know who listening. You know what I mean? And the reality is, all we could do is what we are, divinely inspired to do. As a people, we have gotten to the point where now, even the fight I saw the other day with the school children, everybody's holding a cell phone. Nobody ever tell the cell, let me intervene before this young lady hurt this young lady. We start to take pleasure in the suffering of others at this point. Real thing. I got a message here in all caps. My brother, you know I speak real. You see the road going down. I can't peep. You see no more though. People getting hype you up back when you come face to face with that vibe. You and you alone can be there. Brother, you have way more intelligence than that though. Let me tell you something. When certain people in Barbados is threatened, they respond. Slave and Waggy Clark try something and walking across the hospital pasture one night. Okay, that was the end of that, homie. Tell the youths to put down their ass, old guns, doing is killing each other. I totally agree with you to some degree, brother. And I mean to some degree. And the reality is, I can't tell the youths to put on the guns because I know how real it is for a lot of these youths that lived their life and made them decisions. Been there, done that myself. So I always where you coming from. And the reality is a lot of youths might want to, but because of the decisions they have made in the past, ain't that simple? If it was that simple, I would love to say that. But I know for a fact it is not that simple. And yes, you're right, they're only killing each other. But the killing each other is the problem, not the fact that the youths got the guns, called white boys got guns, Indians got guns. The issue is not the guns, The issue is what they're doing with the guns. And the question is why they're doing it. And why they're doing it because they've been misdirected to do so. Between the music we call in culture, the lifestyle we call in culture, that ain't a culture that we just promote, whether it be on the radio or the videos, is a reality. And a lot of us don't want to have that conversation. A lot of the music we be promoting, what they just be playing on the vans, what the radio be playing. All that is the issue. The youths having guns is not the issue. That is not the issue. Lack of discipline, lack of knowledge of self, lack of these kind of things is what's causing all of what we're seeing right now. Not to mention the psychological illnesses that most Black communities suffer from that don't want to even deal with, and parents pass on to the children by the way they speak to the children, how aggressive they are. A lot of women talk, I had a beat. What was it? Something they saw somewhere, and a mother was disciplining the child, and somebody, the school girl at the bus stop, I guess that's her mother, when she was verbally disrespectful. And that was another video as well. And somebody talked about, if that my girl would have slapped she, she face, I would have this, I would have that, I would have beat she. Okay, all right. We get it. We get it. The only thing we could do with our children to get them to listen is to beat them. We got to beat them to listen to us. That off the plantation, though. We got to beat them to listen to us. That's the only way they listen. That ain't true. That ain't true at all. So when you then deal with the children in such a violent way, and you show that the only way you get people to listen to you is to be violent, when the youths behave violent and do things and get extreme, we blame the youths. But nah, though, we go have to take responsibility for our action in this whole thing. Parents, society, the whole system is to blame. The youths come in not knowing certain things, man. And we used to get in the wrong directions. But, not everybody want to have that conversation. But I definitely agree, the self-hate is what causing the killing each other. That's what we got to address. But I can't tell the youths put on guns just so, because reality is a lot of them made decisions that if they put it down, it's going to be just him or them. We could try to bring them to the truth as best we can. And it is possible, don't get me wrong. But the intervention that's necessary is what we need to do as adults and as parents. And as older men that been through it, it's a reason with them on another level and try our best to do what we can, how we can, when and where we can. Apart from that, the system ain't going to do it, man. It ain't going to do it at all, man. But For Barbados sake, family, when the currency come in, y'all already know how this thing gonna go. It gonna go one way and one way only. And that's the same direction where that thing happened. Because if it's not, I don't want to say all politicians, but Darmel was a good example. I've been there too. I get 9 if I can't move away. Anybody can't do it. Winston, overstand me, right? I totally agree with you, no. But the part with telling you to put on the guns, I can't just, I would love that, but the reality, like I tell you, man, enough man go and make them decisions accordingly because to tell you put on the gun now and then tomorrow you be newspaper dead, I know that's go, man. I know that's go. So we got to work them through it. That's how I see it. Work them through it. Like I told you, the issue in the youths having the guns is what they're doing with them. Because the white boys got guns for a reason, the Indians got them for a reason and a season. The average youth in the street just got a gun because bad decisions, the so-called bosses, the friends or whatever, the influences, the videos, the music. So it ain't really like they ain't looking at it as a protection for the community, the family. When this thing really kick off, they ain't looking at it like that. But I agree though, we can all walk away. We all got our choices to make, but you don't know how this thing goes. Since you know how this thing go, you know how this thing go, bro. Real thing. And that's the reality, man. But I saw that your man situation. I had to really study my head and realize how the same thing you saying, the youth not knowing certain things and not understanding certain rules, don't understand the system they're dealing with, and they're getting involved in this street life, this gun life, this drug life, whatever, and don't know the rules. And when they go in front of the court and these lawyers railroad them and pull their mothers and their brothers and their sisters into this thing, the reality is, man, it's all a scam, and it's all a scam to make sure they imprison these young men and to keep them separated from having a productive life and a meaningful life. It's only for one reason and one reason. One reason and one reason only. The correlation between school, those who fail, those who end up in prison, is a direct link. In America, didn't they call it the prison pipeline to prison? Yeah, school to prison pipeline or something, so they call it. Because there's a pipeline that runs from school to prison. So the youths, okay, flush him, send him to prison. Yep, flush him, send him to prison. It made me feel as though a man spit and vomit in my face when I hear another brother kill another brother. I'm hurting to see this happen along every. It's serious, serious. I feel you, bro. Totally feel you. And the reality is, you know why it's the way it is. Again, the system have it designed to be such. We who got to break that, and it ain't gonna happen no other way. Yes, mainly black youths. School to prison pipeline. Yeah, and you check these youths as a reality. Banks don't save all worthless paper. It costs them lots of money to save it. Sonny, the banks making a killing off the credit union, man. Black people supporting credit unions still in 2022 when we know the secret now. We know the secret now, man. Support each other on a different level. That's what we got to do. Support each other on a different level. And that's the reality, man. We got to be realistic about this thing we call life and where we're going with it. A lot of people ask me right now, that this morning again with this ID, and I told folks, I ain't not even interested in it, so don't ask me about it, man. Yes. Was it 95% black and 5% white in jail? Man, look, you come to the Caribbean, you don't even see them kind of numbers. It's just the reality what we're dealing with. Right now in Jamaica, right? Somebody sent me a message, it was yesterday, a video with a mother and some children that were, look, man, the reality, right, is that chickens gonna got to come home to roost. Enough wrongs have been done, a lot of abuse has been done, culturally, economically, spiritually. I mean, you physically. This gonna run a course, whether we like it or not. It's gonna run a course. The question is, what are we doing in the meantime? How are we preparing our little ones what is to come? What are we teaching them? How are we going to cope with it mentally? It's okay to say you stocking up on toilet paper and sardine and biscuit. Yeah, that's cool too. But are you preparing yourself to deal with this thing mentally? Because it ain't gonna be pretty. And when I said it ain't gonna be pretty, I ain't referring to like some doom and gloom, But you can see circumstances or changes. Let's go into a market and look around. A lot of the goods you used to see, you don't see no more. You don't see no more. And these folks constantly telling you what's going on. You can't sit there and telling you. Although it may not be real, they're creating the condition to make it real. So, and they have to by virtue give you the opportunity to make things right on your side by the renewing of the mind. Industrial prison complex. Yeah, it's a serious thing though, man. It's a serious thing, man. A serious thing. And these times, I would encourage the youths to become more aware of yourself and learn who the real enemy is. And that's why I was explaining to the brother. I can't support that one. Not that I condoning it, but I understand the reality of it. But the reality is, a lot of youths don't know who the enemy is, and that's the problem. As a people, we be more like in South Africa, and not even South Africa, but in other parts of Africa. I see these videos I get also from some folks in Africa. This thing called Zionphobia, as we call it, Zionphobia. Wherever that's supposed, Zionphobia. Even the word sound funny. Xenophobia or some crap. So where they talk about Africans fighting Africans, which is funny because a guy lived right next door to you, which is funny. Let's use Zimbabwe for example, and South Africa. Zimbabwe is right above South Africa, and South Africa is right below. Okay. But for South Africans to fight people from Zimbabwe because they from Zimbabwe, they come in South Africa and take the jobs. When they carved up continent of Africa into their little pieces, these little countries, the colonizers, bear in mind, they didn't cut along tribal lines or clan lines, or family. They just cut it how they saw it fit for resources. If I want this part here, I can cut off by the mountain right there. I can cut off by this river right here. I can cut it by the Nile right here. I can cut by this cliff right here. And they carved it to suit. But they cut into tribal lines. You got families that would have been a family tribe in a sense, using the word loosely, that might live in Zimbabwe and know what is called South Africa. That was one family, now cut in half, which is funny because now all of a sudden the South Africans want to fight from Zimbabwe, and to the point where they want to kill them. But yet, when it comes to the whites in Zimbabwe or whites in South Africa, they're more lenient, more tolerant. Why? And by chance, man, it is social engineering. The youths ain't killing each other because they want to. They being manipulated to do so by the people around them. Bottom line. It's the people. We don't have a youth issue. We got an adult issue. We got an adult issue, and that's the issue. The adults is who misleading the youths and using them and taking advantage of them to do all these crazy things, then blaming them. Then the magistrate can put a ransom on the young man, 25 grand, or else you get in prison. So the young man got a decision to make whether he can go to prison and humble himself, or he gonna get that 25 grand by any means necessary. Any means necessary. If I play that tune by LRG, he would say wrong though. Told you all night might upset some people. Yeah, greetings. I am seeing you, but I seem to can't get on, but it always me. Daffodil, what's going on, man? What's up with the system, man? It's streaming. Divide and rule. Real thing, man. Wait, Roderick, I ain't see you in a minute, my brother. You back in the island or you still abroad? And by the way, I gotta give a special shout out to a special guest. Yes, we let the devil in the house. It's time to kick the devil out, though. I like that, Jackie. I'm gonna use that one. We let the devil in the house, but it's time to kick the devil out. Ain't nothing wrong with kicking the devil out. I want to pause for a second so we could do a little special thing real quick and send some special birthday, Earth Day shout outs, solar returns, entry day to Jackie. Jackie celebrating her. I won't put a number up, Jackie, but you know how young you be. But we sending nothing but energy towards you. Yeah, on your Earth Strong, man. May you continually do what you do, and may the universe grant you many, many more moons and sun return. You know what I mean? Blessed love, family. Shout out to moms, by the way, who is the real birth date, because she's the one that gave birth. So it's really her birth date, and it's your born date. So blessed born day to you, Jackie, and blessed birthday to moms, man. As always, much love, Caribbean style, sunshine all the while. Yeah, I thought I forget. I ain't forget. You put it, all month is your month. Keep that in mind. The whole month is yours. All month. There you go. All month. That's right. That's right. That's right. Real thing. We got to celebrate life when we get it, man. Yeah, make it happen. Make it happen. Make it happen, man. Jackie's been doing this for a minute. Hold on, Winston. I see a message here from you. I like you, brother. From about 5 years ago, I met you. I feel with the knowledge you had and still got you can reform these streets. But what I think you're doing there is pushing that bottom to push them closer to the grave. Put down the guns, plant food, read books. I feel you, my brother. I feel you, man. I feel you. I feel you. I feel you, man. I feel you. You know, I remember using St. Kitts a time forward to when ran into some youths a night on the strip, a place called the Strip. The strip is just the strip is where it's at on Friday nights, and these two youths that come through and stuff, you know, and read the reasoning and stuff, and we always encourage youths to do the right thing, always, man. And sometimes they do try, but when you hear you try to do the right thing, man, and that being a victim of certain circumstances is just play on you, man. You gotta really be mindful and think to yourself, you know, is that the right thing to do? Would that youth be still here? Would it been the other youth, or would it been him? You know, these youths make decisions, man, that this can undo. And I know that for a fact. So I feel you, bro. Don't get me wrong. I feel you. As a matter of fact, I could give you examples, man, of many youths that was transformed. Number. Next week, Wednesday, though. Matter of fact, to be continued. What's to be continued? Winston, tune in next week, Wednesday. As a matter of fact, if you want, you come on a live too on Wednesday. You got a program on Wednesday that going. I tell you that. Wednesday, I'm telling y'all, man. We're gonna put some videos out. I got a whole heap of videos, man. From Trinidad, St. Lucia, St. Kitts, Barbados. You know, the culture, man. That's the reality. You know, I got youths that carry me on a walk on an alley where they live and show me every bullet hole in the wall that they had to run from a night, man. You know, including the ones that missed his head when he was ducking behind the wall. You know, this is reality, man. A lot of these youths live through this thing, man. Not all live to tell it, though. So Wednesday next week, we're gonna take a journey, man. And I actually told the brethren, like, and like St. Kitts, like, this story needs to be told because no one even knows this even exists. The reality of the other side, man, that people think is just a joke. A lot of youths can turn back at this point, and they'll tell you that. But the funny thing is, whenever we go there, we get them to stop. It's a start. It's a start. But there ain't no switch to turn on and off. It's gonna have to be a process that we're gonna have to continually work at. And that's the key there. Consistently work at. And on without that, it ain't gonna happen, man. And I agree, plant food and read books. Totally. Like I said, you want free copy. As a matter of fact, we got to Corey again. And shout out to Shaquille. Shaquille is putting together the website. I've seen some more glimpse of it. The brother putting together a website for this whole platform here. We got a section we can do sales for goods. You want to buy and sell your product. We got a library offering books, free PDF books, a number of different stuff. Even some books to order you could buy as well. Shout out to Shaquille. And Shaquille is how old? 23, 24. Yo, man, doing something totally different with his life. You see, so we gotta big up all our youths, the ones who might have made errors and the ones who looking to make it. Because at the end of the day, they both ours. They all our children. We gotta do what's right for them. And I agree, man. They got to definitely step their game up on the reading and especially food. That's why I tell you, man, on the blocks, you on the blocks, like I would tell you already, plant food. You got grass all around you. Plant food. I stay telling the youths that as a norm. As a norm. So we're gonna get in this on. We're gonna get in this, Winston, on Wednesday. To be continued. Phil, I see you. Happy Earth Day to your sister. Somebody asked for you early in a separate group, though. Lisa, I see that you're still there. I give thanks, man. Wait, party on the beach. Look, man, with the live video, we want to see the live. I like it, though. I like it. I like it. I like it. I like it. The kingdom come. Passing through the broom. I like it. I like it. Tell 'em I see you. Real thing. Don't press it. Where you gonna run? Serious thing, man. Serious, serious thing. But nah, this questions be asking. But sometimes you gotta ask tough questions. Just saying. Just saying. Don't press her. If we could only. Let me see if I can find this clip and show you this clip real quick. I don't know if I can find it. Is it coming up? Let me see. Nah, it ain't coming up. And your family. It's Friday night. It's early. We started pretty much early. Well, earlier than usual. We had a good run. So we definitely give thanks. But I want to play a clip real quick right here. Right? And play this real quick. Let me just go on. Let me go and put this up. Hang on. Share the screen. Mexico teachers. Now, this is how the schools in Mexico is dealing with the whole youths coming to school and spazzing out, or whatever they want to call it, with this mass shooting thing, right? Check this out. Check this out. Let me.
Teachers carry guns, just in case. School in New Mexico, many of the teachers carry guns, just in case.
Show me your weapons and tell me what they are.
45, sir.
45.
I'm Assistant Pastor. This is the 45. Yes, Director of Security. 45.
The pastor carries a 45 in a case that looks like a Bible. The principal is also armed with a .38 semi-automatic pistol.
How many of you feel safer knowing that your teacher has a gun? All of you.
School in New Mexico, many of the teachers.
Okay. And drop that little clip right here in the comments real quick. You're probably going to watch the whole video by subscribing to it and checking it out a bit. And put that right there for y'all. Let me post it real quick. So the teachers in a school in New Mexico carrying in the 4 pounds, right? And that's how they plan to deal with youths coming to school, trying to shoot up the school. And this is the direction they're going in. Again, the issue isn't the gun. The issue is what they're doing with it. And that's the reality. A lot of them doing nothing but lawlessness. Where they get it from? So yeah, we got to check that. Unfortunately, we got the architect. And the Christ of the Caribbean, I dare not say the rest. Oh, family, elder, greetings, family. Elder Bishai, hopefully get you in here on Monday. I need you in here on Monday, so give me a shout when you get a chance. Love and respect always too, brethren. Rastafari. Yes, and I definitely got a reason with you, First Light, about that project. It is on the table officially, just for the record. So anyhow, family, this with direction this thing going in. And I know a lot of folks ain't going to be comfortable with it, but that's just the reality, man. So we got to do what we got to do to save our children and our children's children. Not just from these streets, but from the system itself. So we got to create something more or worth more for them as opposed to worth less. Remember the money? In a few weeks, few months, the money, 100 days, British money ain't gonna be worth nothing if you ain't got that new polymer film paper currency with the transparent window. You ain't got that, you ain't got nothing. So that goes for that even goes for St. Vincent and the other islands that use the EC currency, because the EC currency is already that new currency as well. I had some apps, they don't have any more here. At some point, they're going to tell you that old money is going to be dead. So you better get that cleaned up somehow before then, because they're coming for it. And Barbados now jumping on the bandwagon. So pay attention, family. They want to control everything. Everything. That is when you will know that you are a slave, when they control everything. And we could debate about, yeah, you know, what you're going to do, what you're going to do. If you ain't know what to do, I'm sorry for you. You know, some of us come with a different chip. Check out the Green Wall in the Sahara Desert. You're supposed to have a mystical experience, Brandon. The planets lining up. You see the planets lining up, Elder? The planets lining up, man. So these things going to happen. But give me a shout ASAP, first light. And let me reason about some stuff. There's much to discuss. Let me drop this here, though, and hit the bricks. Should do another sizzler. Do another sizzler, man. We can do another sizzler, family. Another sizzler, family, just for the people, man.
Like mountains round about Jerusalem. So we say, well, I see high. Around higher than I. Like mountains round about Jerusalem.
Yes.
So we say, well, I see high. Around higher. Winners and DJs, hypocritical mockers.
Yes.
You come here to touch Babylon jackers. Babylon cool, you let the fire like fritters. Well, I don't know it like say, who the hikers. On free up the knowledge to the youth and your producers. Worse, littering is all your litters. Front and ring lips, it's a control like litters. All TV personnel and all radio announcers. Hey, journalists just get this in your papers. Not deceive about you, where you fling every powers. Yo, blessing just a shower. Says Lassie, I big over my on him shoulder like mountains round about Jerusalem.
Yes, family.
Seated with high like mountains round about Jerusalem. Some is a Emmanuel round high. Like them no see say all the full men done full. Yo, can come to the power we are full. Rise like
I see you. Brooming out. Poof, pow, yo. Billionaires is who the prime minister following.
Mountains round about Jerusalem. So it's a around higher than high, like mountain city round Jerusalem. So it's holy Emmanuel around high.
Yes, family. Y'all already know how this thing go, man.
Well, it seems like that's the foot with segregation. So long. The words from your mouth been going out to the nation. With no doubt, who is the court to lead black man's nation? I'm a top, yo, just know you want, but tell yourself the nation can't run on strong.
Listen.
I'm feeling so high, reaching Mount Zion.
Raise your vibration, family. You know you got to do some work in these times here. Stay focused, man. Stay focused. Stay focused.
Like mountains round about Jerusalem.
Just one more, man. Just one more, man. Just one more. Just one more. Just one more, man. Just one more, man. If you don't have no sense, they on the false pretense. Wait. Nah, you gotta pull that again. Armageddon. Sense you love. Tell me to shout you out today. Yo, life is so funny, right? Armageddon, man. But this for you. And I know them on a false pretense. Climb to your name when they can't take your strength. When they can't take your strength. Yo. Big up to the family though, man. Burn out the wicked and run them Mount Zion. Zion. Yes, family. We giving thanks for everything, man. We count it all joy. Don't even matter, man. We count it all joy, family. Even if he's the last man standing, man. Lead the people to pure righteousness, man. But don't get tapped. We plan to defend it the same way here. Plan to defend it the same way, man. We ain't bringing spirituality to the gunfight. We're not bringing spirituality to no gunfight. That's what we hear in the first place, right? Got one more for you, man.
And I know them on the bars we dance, yeah. Cause if them are your closest friends, when them are your enemy, them come and try with your correct. Slandering and by influence. Can't let them near when they can't take the strength.
Nah.
Hypocrite and traitor, the whole of them put on the bottom. I could them all and them are one innocent. First of all, I have mercy on the fence. When things broke loose, well, people judgmental. Bastards and vampires themselves.
Yes, family, a little sizzler on the Friday night session. We had that in a minute. Shout out to Nataki and the whole family in the Virgin Islands, man. Whole Virgin Islands. I late tonight. Sammy, I see you, man. You never late, man. Just press rewind and link us forward. Bob Marley and Peter Tosh, all these songs them sing as the past. Look and see it's happening right now in our face. Facts. Facts, man. Facts. We have to call out these UN organizers. They are involved in agriculture and let them put their money where their mouth is. Facts for farmers and fisher folks. It's a fact. All them cats for agriculture, elder, don't be doing nothing for agriculture. Same thing in Barbados. Mr. Minister this and President this and all this and all just beer talk, beer talk, beer talk. As long as I know these cats, I ain't never see them did nothing but increase the prices and benefit the plantocracy. All of them did the same thing. All. I got one more sizzler though. That's it. One more. Do I do the rhythm or do I do the real thing? Do the whole thing. I ain't do the rhythm. Got one more for you, man. Just one more. Just one more. Just one more, Kalonji. Ja Rastafari. This for all the youths, man. This for all the youths. Winston, this for all the youths, man. Africa creation. Zion House tomorrow, man. Normal nights roundabout. Normal nights roundabout. Zion House, Sabbath worship. 11 o'clock, 11 o'clock, 11 o'clock. Pull that tune from the top, man. One more time. This for Armageddon, man. All the youths, man. All the youths, man. Ja Rastafari. Empress Razira Menin. One perfect balance, yes? African creation, yeah. We won't be slaved by no other nation. Just help one another along the way, family. We did it already, we could do it again. Go read about the Battle of Adwa. The Battle of Adwa. Go read it, go read it, go read it. Searching to find a way out. Yeah. We only have our souls, family. Need the respect for no one. What the man say? Blind to be free, no one to want to be. Coming home, man. Coming home, man. Yes, we need to help each other, yeah. Oh, do it already so we can do it again. They shall suffer if they doesn't take. Oh, I got to murder them. Yes, we need to help each other, yeah. Oh, Rasta do it already. That mean we do it again. Yes, family, man. Time to change the narrative. Time to fix this and break the curse, man. Break the generation curse, man. The true and righteous way that we all should be living out. Take away them get caught in. Follow your life because we're killing. And that them teach you fair. Yeah. Put you away. But this your time it is. Alright, no matter what you say. Yeah. The lay. Shout out to Biap and the whole Biap family, man. Time to form like Voltron, man. Connect, connect, connect. At home and abroad, man. At home and abroad, the whole Biap throughout the region. Link up, man. Link up. Yes, family. Haile Selassie the First, Empress Razira Menin. One perfect balance, family. And it's that kind of time, man. So make it happen. You know what I mean? I just gonna land this little outro real quick. But yeah, we in this to win this for generations to come. This is the worst of days, and better believe this is the best of days. Trust me, the stars don't line up. Go outside and see it. They line up for a reason. We happen to be right here for a reason. This is the time to be aligned with self. Can't pour from an empty cup. Raise your frequency, raise your vibration. The more folks that do it has a real more serious impact on the level of what's happening. Be ready for whatever level they come. Because don't think they're practicing the science on you. There's no way that a few could control the many without some sort of mind control. Trust when I tell you. Time to break the curse, family. Y'all have a wonderful, upful, and joyful night and a peaceful rest and a perfect meditation. Rastafari, yeah?